Drew, we're kind of in the middle of recording right now. Do you want to come back later?
Okay.
He is contemplating.
I'll stay here now.
No. No.
I just want to listen.
Welcome back, everybody, to the ALCS Unmasked podcast, the podcast about ALCS, where we unmask everything that's going on in ALCS, and we talk about the current events. I'm here with my co-host, Alexa Sochan, a 9th grader.
Sup?
She is a person of few words.
Yes, I am very soft-spoken.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Anyway.
Let's talk about homecoming. So, as... I hope most of you know, like, if you don't, like, what rock are you living under? But last week was homecoming week, and we did a bunch of things, and we're going to talk about them, and it was fun.
Because Matias knows from personal experience how great it was and how fun it was, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Especially the dance.
Yeah, that was... Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was my favorite part.
Matias busting out moves on the dance floor.
Yeah, that was my favorite part.
Yep. Well, first things first, we have the homecoming court.
So,
And so James and Ellie were crowned homecoming king.
Congratulations
and queen.
to you guys.
I think for the court, it was Emily Quam, Bethany, Kyla Rhodes, and Trisha, I think.
What about the boys?
For the boys, I think it was Tony. So it was Jonathan, Tony, Evan, and Mui.
Yes, congrats to you all. You all deserve it, and thank you to all of you who voted.
Woo!
Yeah, I didn't get to vote.
The moment of silence. So anyway, for the class winners, seniors won like overall for the week.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Congratulations. If anybody was gonna win, if I wanted anybody but our class to win, it would have been the seniors.
Yeah.
So
they were either second or third.
Yeah.
In my list, out of 4, so I guess being third is like the lower half. But yeah, whatever.
Freshman got second.
Yeah.
Gotta put it out there.
Congratulations. And then the 7th graders won middle school, I think. But no one really cares about us.
Yeah.
Little middle schoolers.
You lads. Youngins. Alright. So, dance.
Dance. I wasn't at the dance, despite what I said earlier.
He
so
lied.
How was the dance?
It was pretty good. I mean, at first it was a little slow. But it was kind of like no one was really dancing, but then Vaughn pulled some people out on the dance floor and it started getting pretty hype.
What kind of things did you do and what happened?
Well, we had the Gleam event, and that was, so freshmen went first, so they pulled people out by class, and we kind of walked around Obrick with this light show. But I don't think the lights actually started yet when we went because it was really dark. And then, like, sophomores would go, and then juniors, and then seniors. And then, we danced.
I've heard some things about dancing at homecoming. I'm just wondering how much of it was dancing and how much of it was jumping.
There was definitely a lot of jumping.
I heard and saw some videos of that.
Yeah, it was like, for some of the really, like, more upbeat songs, it was a lot of jumping. And then there were other songs like Cotton Eye Joe, where everyone would just kind of do that choreographed dance.
Did you have a fun time at the homecoming jump?
Yeah.
There was the homecoming game. That was fun. I was there for like half an hour.
I was there for like 10 minutes, maybe.
Really?
Yeah. And because I had the volleyball games and then we had rehearsal.
The homecoming volleyball game.
Oh, the volleyball game?
Oh, there was another.
Oh, there was the football game.
Oh, I didn't even know about that. Sorry, Coach Vaughn and football people. I mean, in a way, it is my fault, but it's not my fault.
Yeah. So for the volleyball game, all 3 teams won.
Okay.
Varsity, JV1, and JV2. So that
Nice.
was pretty cool.
And now here's some interviews from the homecoming varsity volleyball game.
Woo!
How do you feel about this here homecoming game?
Homecoming game is off to a good start. Lady Challengers definitely came to play. Took the first set, so we'll see how they do the rest of the sets. Good energy from the crowd. Really happy to be here.
Yeah, very nice. What is exactly your role right now?
My role right now is technical support staff. I'm running live stream for our Facebook Live for those that can't be at the game, for them to catch the action here in Haugen Hall.
Nice. So do you have a live stream for every single one of the Challenger games?
Every home game for basketball and for volleyball, we try to stream since last year. This has been a project that has been in the making, and it's really evolved.
Very nice. Well, thank you for your time, Coach Vaughn, and that the live streams are on Facebook, correct?
That is correct. Live streams are on our Facebook athletic page, Challenger Athletics, the Facebook page.
All right. Thank you very much for your time, Coach Vaughn.
Thank you, Matias.
How do you feel about the homecoming game so far?
Pretty good, but it's against MCDS, so it's not really much of a win.
So, could you elaborate on that?
No,
Why?
because I said,
All right. So it turns out you're not actually going to be on the podcast. What do you have to say about that?
I'm pretty sad, not gonna lie.
I thought you would be like mature and keep talking.
But so see, I'm small brain, so I don't, and I have a ring pop. So ring pop goes into my mouth more than I talk.
We asked you another time. Will you be mature enough to talk? Like,
I am mature. What are you saying?
How do you feel about the homecoming game?
It's very exciting. I'm very glad to be here
Why are you glad to be here?
because I love watching my friends play volleyball.
So you have friends on the volleyball team?
I do. I have a couple friends, and I'm very proud of them every time they play.
Yes. How nice. Do you have any other final thoughts?
Go Challengers!
Oh, yeah. All right. You're on the ALCS Unmasked podcast. How do you feel right now?
Man, it's an honor. I can't believe I'm on this.
How do you feel about the homecoming game?
It's going great, man. We're already up 1-0. We're going to continue to be up because, you know, it's easy for us. We're just different. We feeling great. We're feeling great.
So, do you think we're going to win?
Yes, for sure. No doubt.
Yes. All right. Thank you for your time, JD. This is kind of like overall class stuff. Yeah, so just today we're going to be talking about how we relate to our classmates.
So I guess one of the first things is like the pros and cons of having a class group chat.
Yeah.
There's more cons than pros.
Every class, like 7th grade and up, has one nowadays. I mean,
Yeah.
I assume.
Yeah.
They're interesting places to be.
Yeah, we have like a iPhone class group chat, and then we also have a Hangouts group chat. The Hangouts one, it's literally just 3 people talking total out of the 23 people in that chat.
That's basically how it goes.
And it's like the same person, it's usually the same person just sending random videos.
Yeah, a lot of times it's just kind of like the same few people, and everybody else just has their notifications off.
That's how it is for our iOS group chat too. It's like maybe 5 people use that chat out of the 13.
Yeah, I'd say about like half of the people who are in my class's group chat actually talk, but
Yeah.
like usually it's only like 2 at a time, and then the people who aren't in that conversation are like, "Oh my goodness, guys, shut up! Just like stop being annoying." And then the people who are in the conversation are just like, "Oh my goodness, stop being so annoying! Just turn your notifications off."
Yeah. I don't see the problem with just turning your notifications off.
Yeah.
Like, if it's just only 2 people for like an hour, then they can just take it to like
Yeah.
DMs.
What the worst thing about class group chats, I don't know if this has happened to you, but when they get into political debates.
Oh boy.
I'm not sure if we're exactly allowed to talk about this, but we're just gonna do it.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of those.
And then everybody gets mad at each other, and
yeah, we've had to, because a lot of people get very uncomfortable with that stuff, so we've had to like create separate group chats just for that, and they get really heated sometimes.
me and some other people tried to create a separate group chat for debates. It didn't work out. Everybody just like immediately left.
Yeah, ours either like died after a couple days, or everyone got mad and just kind of like put it on mute and no one talked again.
Mhm.
It kind of failed. It was
Yeah.
like, especially during election time, which was when we had the big thing.
Yeah, and it's annoying when people, it's like they want to have a political debate on the thing. Like they just go in there and like, hey, something controversial.
Yeah, there's definitely a kid like that in my class.
We're not naming names.
But you know who you are.
Yeah.
Organizing things with your classmates is a nightmare.
Yeah. It kind of is. Like, let me tell you all a little story. Let's do a little bit of story time. You're sitting there at the lunchroom, and you're sitting there, and you're like, you know what? I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time with my classmates. But too bad we don't really do anything other than just stand in the hallway and talk. If only we could do like other stuff, like playing board games or bowling or laser tag or something like that. So then you're like, oh, an idea pops into your head. And you're like, oh, maybe we could organize a class outing and it'll be great. And then we can go and do fun stuff like bowling and laser tag and board games and stuff. So then you go and you tell everybody and they're like, yes, we should do it and go out and do bowling and board games and laser tag and stuff. And then you're all like, okay, so when can we do it? 2 weeks from this Saturday? All right, let's do it. It's going to be great. The Wednesday before, your one buddy is like, oh, turns out I can't go. And you're like, okay, that's fine. We still got plenty of people.
Yeah.
Then more people dropping like flies. They just keep falling off. And then till eventually there's only like 2 people, and it's not even worth it to go bowling or play board games or do laser tag and stuff anymore, and you just have to say we can't. And it's sad.
Matias, do you need a minute?
Yeah.
Alright. Rip Matias's class. For our class, it's usually we can't agree on anything. It'll be like we decide on one thing and then someone else comes up with an idea and everyone else is like, oh yeah, we should do that. And then there's like those couple people that are like, no. And then we're stuck in a debate. Or like our class just can't decide on anything in time. Mm-hmm. We're like, all right, we should do something this Saturday. And we're all like, okay. And then none of us do anything else. And we're just kind of like, that Saturday of, we're like, weren't we supposed to do something?
You're like, yeah.
Or it's like, people just can't usually go because we can't find a date that works for everybody.
Yeah. The one thing that makes this the worst is that we can't drive. Or I guess juniors and seniors, this isn't as much of a problem for all of y'all. But for us young folks, for us youngins, for us little lads, we can't drive. We can't take ourselves places. And if our parents are just like, no, I'm not driving you there, then, you're toast. It's too bad for you.
You're like a burnt piece of toast on a pond wood log.
I don't even want to know where you pulled that out from.
I don't either.
But yes, exactly. You are exactly like a burnt piece of toast on an old pine log.
Yeah. Overall, if your parents can't take you somewhere, then it's kind of like, oof.
Yeah. It's just all over. also, like, you don't really have full control over your own life when you're a child. Because one day your parents could just be like, hey, we're doing this thing. And I was like, wait, but the thing...
But the other thing I was gonna sing with the...
Well, and there's not much you can do.
And you're kind of sad.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like the next day everyone's talking about that thing you couldn't do, and you're kind of like, oh.
Anyway,
So.
a case in point is over the summer, you, Alexa, me, Ethan Rockwell, Gabe Verbatim, we tried to start a D&D campaign thingy. And this was just the perfect encapsulation of what we have been talking about. So we would schedule Zoom meetings, and then the day would come, and then one of us would just be like, oh, sorry, I can't today.
Yeah,
and
I
then
never could.
And then Gabe, who was our dungeon master, would be like, okay, well, we still have the two other people. Like, guys, can you make it? And then, like, the day of, someone else is like, oh no, sorry, I can't make it. And then he's like, I guess we can't do it then. And we're all like, I guess we can't do it then. And that's just how it goes.
We were gonna try and do an in-person one, but nobody gave us dates, so
Yeah.
it was like. Ugh.
Yeah, we were just kind of like, hey, let's do an in-person one.
And then it just never happened.
Yeah.
Well, and I tried. I could never make. You guys always did it on a Wednesday. I could never do Wednesdays, and I was like.
It's kind of like when you're a little kid, and you're like, hey, let's make a movie, and on like my parents' iPad. And then you film, like, one scene, and you're like, oh, I'm bored. Like, let's just do something else and come back later. We have plenty of time. And then you never do.
Yeah. I think Drew deleted all of the movies that we made.
Oh.
The Red Unknown.
No.
Or, what was it? We used to make a lot of trailers more than anything.
Yeah, it was more trailers.
Crazy Uncle.
Part of me is kind of glad they're deleted.
Yeah, I was looking back on them a couple months ago before Drew deleted, and I was like, oh,
oof,
what?
Oof.
What were we thinking?
Yeah, why did we think that other people would want to see this?
It was like, one of them was called House of Horrors, and it was literally just us hitting each other and like fake falling down the stairs or something. It was really, really sad.
But hey, look how far we came. Right now, we're doing a podcast.
Yeah, that's true. Those acting skills really came into use.
No, they can't know that we're acting, Alexa.
All right.
Why would you say that?
My bad.
We'll just cut it out.
Oops.
Okay. Let's talk about glue.
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 Good old glue.
Good old glue that helps us stick things together, but also makes our hands awful when we're done with it.
You know what glue reminds me of?
What?
Candles.
I love candles.
I know.
How did you know that I love candles?
Your insane collection of them?
Oh, yes. So if any of you guys listening, just like stop, if you want to see my candles, just stop me one day and be like, hey, I want to see your candles. And then I'll look at you and I'll be like, I'll show you my candles. And then we can set up the time for me to show you, and you can come to my locker and I can show you my candles.
But don't ask for the nameless one. We don't speak of that one.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I was trying to do found. Was blind, but now I see. Rip nameless one.
You'll be remembered.
Anyway, glue. Let's talk about glue.
The foundation of life.
Yes, glue is what sticks everything in the universe together, except for lake waves because they're fake. But we won't get into that now. We have to talk about glue.
Those little men. We're on to you, man. We're on to you.
We're on to you. Glue. It's nice. It's just glue. But there's a hot debate that no one has ever talked about ever in the history of the universe.
Glue sticks or glue
Bottles.
Bum, bum.
I don't know what you think on this topic. You don't know what I think on this topic. In 3, 2, 1, we're going to say which is better, glue sticks or glue bottles. All right, 3, 2, 1. Glue
Bottles.
sticks. No! How do you like glue bottles better?
I was mentally debating it in my mind because there's 2 reasons. So,
Okay.
I think for school use, glue bottles are better because glue sticks, they never really stick. And like the clear ones, you can never see if you applied enough glue.
That's why you need the purple ones.
Because like, they're just not much needs to be said. They just annoy me. And then there's those kids that like stick their fingers in it. Not the kind where like, you know, they rub it on their hands and they peel it off later. The kids that like stick their fingernails in it to draw, not even to do anything. They just put their fingernails in there, and it just bugs me. And then you have this like crescent moon shaped looking thing in your glue stick, and you're kind of like, now I want to chuck it at their head. Why would you do that?
Yeah, they make great weapons.
How does sticking your fingernail in it?
No.
Oh.
You're gonna throw it at them. Okay.
Well, you can also throw glue bottles at them, and it hurts
That's
more.
true, but glue bottles, when you put them on, you like put it on the back of the paper, and then you put the other paper on it, and then it bleeds out the edges.
No.
And, yes.
It's squishy.
Not in my experience. It just like goes, like if you put it too close to the edge, like you're done. It's just out the edges. And then it dries there and it looks bad. And also, you get more sticky there. And then it's just not a great situation. But glue sticks, they're nice and clean. You just put them on and it's nice and purple, a real nice color. And then
you have to apply a lot of it though for it to actually stick.
And it's satisfying. And then you stick it and then you press it on and then it like dries within a minute, and then it's like, yeah, I like glue sticks.
Yeah. The reason why I like glue sticks is because if you take the actual glue out and you wash it, you can put candy in there.
Ooh, I never considered that.
That became like almost quote unquote trend in my old school. Girls would put like lifesavers in there.
Nice.
And then at recess, we would, like, exchange it. We would be like, what kind of candy did you bring today? And he'd be like, I brought Lifesavers.
Whoa.
I brought the gummy kind.
Whoa, that's crazy, yo.
Yeah, and then I got banned by the teacher.
Of course it did. Why?
Sad day.
Why did it get banned?
I don't know. It just did. That or the trend died out. I don't remember.
Speaking of things that got banned, remember when fidget spinners got banned?
That was a sad day.
I mean, I can understand it, but also, fidget spinners were so nice.
Yeah, they were like, it depend. I never had any of my own, but so I stole my brother's, and I brought it to school, and he had like 3 different kinds, and so I'd like brag around and be like, I got the camouflage one. What kind do you have?
Whoa.
And they'd be like, I have the galaxy one, and I'd be like, whoa.
Whoa, the galaxy one.
Yeah. And then they got banned. Right as I got my own, I saved up my money.
I
I got my own, and then it got banned, and I was like, I have this really cool red one.
Uh-huh.
And then the teachers were like, you can't bring that to school anymore, and that was a sad day.
Yeah.
Rip finish fidget spinners.
Doggo.
That sounded like a Minecraft park.
Yeah, it did. You just go out there and see like a blocky cute dog.
Snuffles, is that you? Rip Snuffles.
Was he your Minecraft dog?
He was one of them.
Yeah.
He was one of
Yeah.
my many Minecraft dogs.
Yeah, I remember that was one of the most special things in Minecraft when you find a wolf and you're like, oh, I need some bones, quick! I need to tame this one! And then you spent like hours agonizing over what you were gonna name it and stuff. Then you had to make sure it didn't die.
I found this skeleton spawner one time in a cave,
Mm-hmm.
and I would just keep taming dogs. So I had this room just full of sitting dogs that I never did
Nice.
anything with. And so when I would play, I'd be like, okay, today this one's coming with me.
Yeah, and then you feel bad for the one that never gets picked.
Yeah. Because you're like, I don't like your name. So, or like, you know, when it came to horses, you would spawn horses, but you only like that specific breed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you would just kill the other ones.
Yeah.
Rip.
This has been a very rip episode. We've said rip a lot.
Yeah. This is kind of like a remembrance episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The episode where everything dies.
That should be the name of it.
Yeah.
The
I was just
episode where
thinking.
everything dies. But
Or just the rest in peace episode.
I'm just thinking about all the Minecraft animals I've accidentally killed because I led them in lava with a lead
Yeah.
or lead or whatever it's called. Or like I would accidentally jump them off a cliff. Like like I would be riding my horse up this mountain and then I would get off it for like 1 second and I would accidentally push it over the edge.
Nice. You know, like one of the dumbest things in Minecraft,
What?
the like how you can ride pigs. It's like the carrot on the stick thing,
Yeah.
and like it wasn't even useful at all.
I still liked it. I had a pig farm just
yeah,
for that.
yeah, it was amazing, but it wasn't useful at all.
I just named it the Piggy 1, Piggy 2, Piggy 3, and then Rip Piggy 5, because wasn't that the piggy that died at the meat market? Like, this little piggy went to the market.
I don't recall any piggies dying in that story.
I thought one did.
Wait, how does that go? Let's look it up.
This little piggy
little pig.
went to the market. Meaning? There's a meaning behind it?
Philosophical meaning. The real meaning behind the nursery rhyme is this. This little piggy went to market means that it was more than likely butchered and sold off to a market,
Whoa.
or was on its way to the slaughterhouse. This little piggy stayed home. It managed to survive another day without being slaughtered, and it is safe for now. This little piggy had roast beef. This unfortunate piggy was being fattened up to be sold for a pretty penny.
Oh.
Was likely fed a cow that lived on the same farm, who was more likely familiar with. This little piggy had none. This pig was starved. A farmer would not starve its pig unless they wanted it to eat anything in sight.
Aww.
Say the dismembered body of something or someone you are trying to get rid of.
What?
This little piggy cried wee 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 all the way home. This pig was sent back to the farm to be slaughtered another day, the wee 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 being squeals of terror. The real meaning behind each little piggy represents a horrifying intrusion of the real world into kids' nursery rhymes and serves as a stark reminder about how meat is harvested.
This Twitter user couldn't have explained it better. That's so sad. Oh my gosh.
Rip little piggies.
Rip.
Rip people in nursery rhymes.
Yeah, there's so many nursery rhymes that are so dark.
Like the baby in the treetop.
Oh, I had a sheep named Cradle. I don't know why. I guess it
Why
reminded
Cradle?
me. I don't know.
I love how in Minecraft baby animals' heads are like 2 times bigger than their bodies.
And when they graze, it's like their entire head goes into the
Yeah.
ground because they're so short.
Uh-huh. In Minecraft, I used to just keep all the animals in pits.
So they couldn't escape.
Yeah, but I still put like a fence around it.
Yeah, I would make the walls in my barns. When I would try to make barns, I would make them super big because the horses always found a way to escape.
Why do we build the wall?
Wall.
My children, why do we build the wall? Dum, firm, firm. Why do we build the wall? The wall keeps out the horses.
The horse.
That's why we build the wall. We build the wall to keep out the horses.
Can
What do
we
we-
just have a moment of silence for all the ripped horses that have jumped off a cliff? On the billows there,
We hung up our lives for our captors there. Required of us songs, and our tormentors
mercies. I don't remember the lyrics.
We sing us one of the songs of. Okay, we should probably actually podcast now. What else can we talk about?
Sing us one of the songs of the horses. Why, Cabello? Why? So we created an Instagram.
Yeah, there's an Instagram.
Wait, I forgot our username already.
ALCS Unmasked, I think is just it.
Yeah, I know, but like I don't know which ones are capitalized or not.
It's just the first letter of ALCS and the
Oh,
first
yeah,
letter
yeah.
of Unmasked.
Yeah, so we literally created it like right before we filmed this.
Uh-huh.
Maybe like 40 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just ALCS Unmasked. You can see our logo. It's just ALCS Unmasked official Instagram, and then like the link to our podcast is there.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna post a couple polls
about which is better, glue sticks or glue bottles, and then
some other random stuff that we might use
yeah,
or just for fun.
yeah. Just know that if you answer the poll, we're going to use the results.
Yeah.
So
We don't know if we're gonna use your username or not.
Yeah.
But we're gonna say how many people voted for what.
okay.
So yeah, that happened. So you should go follow our Instagram account.
Yeah.
And go
We're
tell people about it.
We're not gonna do a ton on there. I mean, we might, but I don't
Yeah.
know exactly what we're gonna do. But still do it, so then you can get updated.
About what's going on.
Yeah.
What's poppin'. So next thing, I don't think this will be out by the date, but you can still send a video because we're probably going to still use the footage. So Apricus Project created a YouTube channel. I believe it's just Apricus Project. And so for our first video, we are creating like what we do, like why we joined, when we started, kind of like the basic information. And at the end, we're going to have a compilation of a bunch of different people saying various things. So it's going to be cool. I'm editing the stuff together in about a day or two. If you would like to be in a video, like in this first video, if it's released by the due date, we can still use the footage for something else. I can give you my number to those who want it. And you can DM me a video of you saying something specific that I will tell you to say. And I will put you in the video. I can edit you in if it works out. And yeah, basically share with your friends. I don't know. I don't think it'll be released by then, but for our next video maybe.
So for those people who don't know, could you quickly give a brief summary of what Apricus Project is?
Oh, yeah, right. So Apricus Project is a group that me and a couple of other kids in my class, specifically the girls, started back in November in 2020. And basically the whole thing was inspired by something that our Bible teacher said, Miss Haney. Basically our goal of the group is to try and help prevent human trafficking that goes on in Madison because it's a very big deal. And we donate to this group called Zateo Community. Their goal is to help build housing, affordable housing for women and children who have been sex and human trafficked. And we donate our profits to them, or we donate a lot of our profits to them, and the other half goes to buying supplies for making crafts. And we have an Etsy shop and an Instagram and now a YouTube channel. For promoting our crafts that we make. So we make things such as like scrunchies, bookmarks, like these towels that you have in like kitchens, chapstick holders, doggy bow ties, bracelets. Yeah, if you want your dog to look snazzy, you should get a doggy bow tie.
Yes. And all the links will be in the description and stuff.
Yeah.
You should like do it. It's a good cause, and good job, people.
I think our last stuff is our one and only, drum roll please, Coach Vonne.
Hey, yeah,
Woo!
all right. I'm particularly excited about this one.
All right, let's announce it on 3. This one is an interesting one, guys. We might have to explain the context.
It's a little bit of a stretch, but I think it fits.
All right, so
the thing is
vroom vroom.
So obviously, first off, Coach Von's name starts with a V.
Yeah.
Vroom vroom starts with a V. And also, when you think of vroom vroom, you think of a car, and like a cool car, like a speedy car,
like a Ferrari.
Yeah, like a really cool car.
Ferrari.
And Coach Von, he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
So, and like you think of Lightning McQueen with vroom vroom, and Lightning McQueen is a cool guy. So obviously, it's like connected with Coach Von because he's a cool guy. So yeah, we chose Vroom Vroom. One day I was just sitting there and I was like, oh, Vroom Vroom would be a good name. And then I wrote it down and we chose it. And yes, please start calling Coach Von Vroom Vroom. Additionally, you can check out his music using the link in the description below.
He writes some pretty cool music on Spotify.
It's very good.
DJ Von.
Yeah.
Yeah, links it's gonna be in the description. It's pretty cool music, you know. Mm-hmm. He's a pretty talented guy.
Yeah, he's very talented.
Yes.
If you don't have a class with him, feel bad for you.
Yeah, you should get one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's about it, I think, for today's episode.
So yeah, make sure to like, comment, and smash that like button, guys. Ring that bell.
And subscribe and do all the things that you
do.
Yeah, and thank you for just being you.
Woo!
Yay!
We're so glad you're here. Wow, that sounds sarcastic.
Yeah, no, we're just honestly really thankful that you could like spend this time with us. And like that we just got to spend, I don't know how long this podcast is going to be. It could be just 10 minutes. But even that 10 minutes, I just feel closer to you. Now, you think I'm just talking to everybody in general.
But no.
Who's listening? We're talking to you.
To you individually. You are a wonderful human being, alien, dog, whatever you are that's listening. You could be a rodent for all we care.
Yes.
We love you.
We are so thankful that you spent this time with us. Yeah. And we just feel honored.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to say. It's just amazing that you spent this time with us, and I honestly feel closer to you.
Yeah.
I feel closer to you after all this time of you listening.
Only the 5th episode.
I know.
And sorry.
Yeah.
And
get it all out.
And we just really think that you listening to this, it really connects us closer to people. Mm-hmm. And we feel deeply honored that you could have been listening to terrible rap music for all we care.
I know.
But instead
You chose to listen to us. Thank you guys.
You know, honestly, someday with you specifically, I want to go and do bowling and board games and laser tag and stuff. And just cut. It's too much. It's too much,
guys. I need a minute. Where's the tissues?
Let's do sound checks. So if we just talk like this, are this sound level's gonna be good? I don't know, but we're gonna see. Oh, it looks like it's gonna be good. Alexa, say something. You are the light of the world.
But if that light's under a bushel, it's not something kind of crucial.
You gotta stay bright to be the light of the world. You are the salt of the earth.